You have rocked the bods of fictional lovelies, gone on the hottest of double dates, lain with gods, aliens, cats. You have overcome the lustful might of the most overwhelming forces to gird your loins. And now it's time for your next challenge. You are going to manage them. It's about time we talked about this one. Hey everyone, I'm RVRocks, and video game spin-offs are such an odd beast. You play a video game, and you love the characters or world or whimsy of the game so much that you're willing to play a completely different game just to experience them once again. I think it's easy to forget sometimes just how insane spin-offs can be. At their worst, spin-offs are a forgettable journey through a lackluster game, but it doesn't really tarnish the brand. But at their best, a spin-off can be genre-defining, a pinnacle of gaming, or spawn off a completely new subgenre of the franchise. Like, one of my favorite spin-offs of all time is Hyrule Warriors. It's one of my favorite Zelda games, and it's not even a Zelda game. Portal is a spin-off of Half-Life, and in my opinion, is way better than those games. Also, you know, Mario Kart? I've listened for years as people have asked the same dumb question of, why does Sonic drive a car if he runs fast? And I retort with, why does Mario drive a car? Pre-Mario Kart, Mario is essentially only known for running and jumping, but Mario Kart works so well that no one asks that question, and has become the pinnacle of kart racers everywhere. But I bring up Mario Kart and the absurdity of the concept of Mario but in a car to highlight an important comparison. What Mario Kart is to Mario, HunieCam is to the HuniePop franchise. Weird comparison, I know, but hear me out. Why do people like Mario Kart? Well, there's a lot of different reasons. There's that love for all the different Mario characters, and playing as them, while not really changing your experience that much, gives you a feeling of enjoyment. There's the charm of seeing different parts of another genre influenced with that Mario flavor, like driving through Bowser's castle or throwing Koopa shells. But most importantly, they like it because despite the game being so totally different from the standard Mario fare, it plays so fucking good. There has never been a bad Mario Kart game. They have the formula down. And no matter what, people love the experience that those games have given them. Now let's look at HunieCam Studio. What do I love about that game? I love seeing the characters, and even though individual characters don't really matter all that much, you bet your ass I am still running to gather all my favorites from the HuniePop games. I like seeing the different aspects of the Honey world affect the gameplay of a business management sim. Of course, the raunchy nature of the game and all the fun that comes with, but also the way they factor in things like joy and talent and, well, Q. But most importantly, I like the way the business sim management aspect of the game plays. It's the reason that even though the HuniePops are so good, this one is where I spend most of my time. It's just fun! I enjoy working my way into a well-oiled machine and playing the manager of a camgirl operation. HunieCam Studio, in all its glory, is non-canonical perfection, and I refuse to say otherwise. But how does HunieCam manage to achieve such perfection? Well, to start, if I may use another analogy, what HuniePop did for the Match 3 puzzle system, HunieCam did for business tycoons. The game starts and Q is bossing you around to manage the camgirl operation with one stipulation. Don't be in debt for a full 24 hours. If you are, the whole operation goes into a sinkhole. You might be thinking, why is Q running a camgirl business? And the answer is, who the fuck cares, because now you're in charge. As I said earlier, the entire game is not really canon to the HuniePop universe, whatever that means, so there's no point in asking these questions. Why do girls like Nikki or Belly or Lailani want to be a camgirl despite their reserved personalities? Why is Mario in a car? This game asks you to forget most characterizations and take all these girls being in this game as a cute little wink and nod as some fan service to the audience. Kinda like Evan Peters in WandaVision. But that's it. Q basically tells you to not fuck it up and you're off. If you're playing with tutorials on, she will pipe in every now and then to tell you what you're going to be working with, but really you're not going to be playing with tutorials on after the first run anyways. So if that's why you're here, then what do? Well, you drag and drop. You're basically commanding your ladies to do exactly what you want at any given moment. Need Kiana to get some more fans? Boom. Need Nikki to make some more money? Boom. Need Audrey to fuck off because she is the most useless character in the history of HuniePop? You don't even have to interact with her in this game. I am oversimplifying a bit, so let's dig into the meat and potatoes of this experience about showing off your meat and potatoes. You start off with one girl, and no matter what, you choose from the 3 most plain characters in the HuniePop lexicon. Not trying to offend anyone here, but let's be honest, if one of these 3 is your favorite, you're probably pretty boring. I bet your favorite color is blue. So you choose your personal favorite of these 3 girls, and then the world is your oyster. I always roll with Nikki because I am a #gamer. At the end of the day, this game is about getting as many fans as possible. And you have several avenues to do so, but let's start by explaining all the different places you can interact with on the HunieCam map and their benefit to you as a world-class babe manager. This is the Cam Studio. This is where you do your cam girl activities. You get money from it. Money is used to upgrade your ability to play the rest of the game, or by buying ad spots on different hilariously named promiscuous websites. There's the photo studio. Take photos, get fans. This is the boutique. You go shopping and increase your style. Increasing your style means you get more fans from the various activities. There's the strip club. Going to the strip club increases your talent and thus increasing the money you get from cam shows. The recruitment agency allows you to recruit new girls. The liquor and corner stores allow you to purchase drinks and cigarettes, which some of the girls are going to want from you. The adult shop, which you can purchase equipable items from. And lastly, there's the sleazy motel, where you can get the same amount of money as you would in a cam show, but in a fraction of the time. However, if you do that, you run the risk of contracting an STD. So that sounds like a lot of systems in play already, but there is so much more. If I dive into every single thing you're expected to know to do a successful run of HunieCam Studio, this video would be so much longer than it currently is. But in order to convey why I love this game so much, I need to go just a little bit deeper, so let me lightning round a few more things that you need to understand. Each girl has style and talent levels as mentioned earlier. The higher these are, the more they need to be paid. Each girl's individual kinks/demographics they appeal to will impact how many fans they have. You can give girls different kinks like water sports, cake farts, anal, and furries with different items. You want to overlap these kinks with your different girls on the team as much as possible. For example, in this run you are currently seeing in the background, Nikki has huge tits and glasses. I matched that to Candace's huge tits, but she's also fit. So I matched that to Lola's fit status, but Lola is also marked as ebony, a trait she shares with the also flat-chested Zoe. And then for my last 2 characters, I matched the glasses aspect of Nikki with Aiko, who is also Asian, with my final character being Lailani, who is both Asian like Aiko and flat-chested like Zoe. And then I gave all of them cakes to fart on and butt plugs, and we have a pretty synchronous group of people here, covering a lot of bases, but matching plenty as well. It's like the opposite of Pokemon. Instead of varying types leading to an awesome team, you want to match as many as you can, both covering a wide gamut, but also making it so when one person excels at something, the entire team does as well. And after writing this portion of the script, I realized that there is no way in hell that this video is being monetized. So please subscribe. Anyways, I have spent the last while informing you of a lot of different gameplay quirks that are currently in play in this game. So now I guess it's time that I finally explain myself. You may be thinking to yourself, why does this guy like this game so much? And it's because I love that feeling of progression. Games like Stardew Valley, Factorio, leveling up in JRPGs, even the game of YouTube. I enjoy constantly optimizing workflows to the best of my ability to create the most efficient system that I can. I don't know if this is my mental illness speaking, but there's something fun about going full robot and trying to constantly upgrade yourself to perform the same tasks as before, but better. And if you still don't understand what I'm talking about, I'm basically the guy in your Minecraft server who spends the entire time making redstone farms. Seriously, my hardcore world is just a bunch of automatic farms in a well-lit area and nothing else. And HunieCam Studio is my favorite of the Honey trilogy because it nails down that feeling so concretely. With every individual upgrade you pick up from your investments, you can immediately feel the outcome of said investment and use it to pick up your next one. It's the reason that I keep coming back to this game well after I have retrieved basically all the content that you can from it. The arcade-style business management just allows for such a fun time if you want to kill an hour and just relax. Each run allows for a decent amount of customization, and even if you play the same way each time, there's RNG factors, meaning that no 2 runs will be the exact same. Once you learn about all the different mechanics at play, which admittedly is a bit of an undertaking, it's just a blast to go through and grind all the different costumes, trying to get as many fans as possible. I understand that this is a pretty niche audience I'm talking to with this one, but they nail down that feeling of satisfaction through progression better than most games that I have sunk just as much, if not more time into, and that's commendable. And for all of you cheap suckers out there just like me, this is an older game, you can get it for cheap, it's a low asking price. So when you think of HuniePop, you might think of anime girls, hentai, explicit scenes achieved through match 3 gameplay. But ironically, my favorite game in the Honey franchise is the one that departs the most from that. Just like how Mario Kart is a complete departure from the Mario franchise, but manages to be a renowned favorite despite that. HunieCam Studio rules. I have a lot of time on it on Steam, and despite being a game about the most sexual acts one can perform, it's pretty clean. I mean, what else can I say? I love this game, and I've spent the last while just gushing on about how much I love it. Regardless of how much of a departure it may be from the main series, it is such an amazingly fun and satisfying game to play. So to put it simply, HunieCam Studio is non-canonical bliss. And if you think that my channel is fun and satisfying, then why don't you subscribe to RVRocks and ring the bell, like this video, and comment your thoughts on HunieCam Studio. This video is way past due. I know, I originally said I was gonna have this done in February, and now it's September. I'll be honest, I was a bit wary to talk about HuniePop again because back when I first made my video on HuniePop 2, someone tried to cancel me on TikTok because I said I liked the series. And because it was the first time my channel was really gaining traction anywhere, I was scared to go back to it. But it's been long enough and I saw far more positive reception than negative reception on these videos, so it only felt right to go back and finally complete the trilogy. Either way, I really appreciate the support in these past couple of months since starting this new style of RVRocks, and if you want to continue to follow my ventures, then why don't you go check out my Twitter at RVRocks. But before you do any of that, I have been RVRocks, and thank you so much for watching. See ya!